Well, I am so excited to be here. I'm always excited when Donna Dostal shows up on my Zoom meeting or in the studio, as we were doing, not about a year and a half ago. But Donna, it's so exciting. It's so great to see you. Donna is the president and CEO of the Pottawatomie County Community Foundation. Donna, thanks for being here.
Andy, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited, just as excited as you are to be here, and so lovely to see you. You look amazing as usual.
Yeah, and likewise.
Thank you.
We're here to talk about the Impact for Women Summit. This is the inaugural event. It's with the Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa. So I want to first just talk about, I'm just like looking at my notes and looking back up at you, but let's talk about the relationship and kind of what is that relationship, the Community Foundation and the Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa.
Oh, yes. I'm excited to talk with you about it. So the Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa, we created that fund at the Community Foundation. It's called the Field of Interest Fund. And it's really for, we have a couple of them at the Community Foundation to help address issues from a broad base. And we really, shortly after I started at the Community Foundation, there was a lot of discussion at the board level and with our philanthropic supporters around what our role is in our Southwest Iowa community and in the region as a whole to help lift women out of poverty and make lives better, really to address the issues that are facing women in Southwest Iowa and their families. And we really settled on 4 key areas that are just paramount right now and very pressing, and even and one is just really at a crisis stage. So there's 4 key areas that we fund with the Women's Fund of Southwest Iowa. It's access to affordable, quality childcare, aging in place and in community, especially in our rural communities, for moms in our rural communities. Education for women of all ages, K through 12, really focusing on that STEM and STEAM, adding the arts. And then as women, get older and we, women that are, out of high school and really figuring out how to help lift women out of poverty. And then finally, women's safety and well-being, particularly focused on mitigating sexual assault, domestic violence, human trafficking, and just women's overall well-being. So those are the 4 key areas that we focus on with the fund and with the conversation, and that we're raising money to then turn around and grant out. As a matter of fact, we just announced this last Sunday, I know this is going to be airing here pretty quickly, but we just announced the first week of September, our latest grant recipients, 5 nonprofits in Southwest Iowa, totaling about $57,000. So for Southwest Iowa, these are significant grants. And the piece that we play in this, that PCCF plays, is we are helping, once we grant to these organizations, we're helping them identify really what it is that they'd like to declare as the impact that they'd like to create with these resources, and then how they're going to tell their story. So we really do help them to do that, help them manage through the programs that they're bringing forward, the initiatives, and helping them tell their story more effectively as well, with a measurement tool that we built with Category 1 Consulting in Omaha. And so we gift that measurement piece to the nonprofits that we grant to through the Women's Fund and help them tell their story. And so the relationship then with the Women's Fund to the Impact Summit, we felt that there was a natural inclination and in a natural direction for us then to help lead the conversations around what's happening and what sort of solutions need to be built in those 4 focus areas. So we said, well, let's have a public discussion about it, and let's bring experts in and let's start the conversation. So on October 28th, 2021, and we actually had to, we were going to do it in 2020. We had to push it back because of COVID, but we are doing a hybrid event. So we do have folks in person that you can attend the event in person at Ameristar Casino on October 28th. It's a half-day event, or you can attend virtually from anywhere in the world. And that is unlimited access. You're going to be able to ask questions, participate in the discussion, and see all of the presenters real time, as well as get videos as a follow-up so that you can go back and rewatch the presenters. So we have Debbie Durham. I'm sorry.
I'm just going to stop you first. I'm just going to have you take a breath because I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
As we get into the event, because it's so exciting. And like you said, you were looking at having this in 2020.
Yes.
COVID-19 kind of put the kibosh on that. And what is we'll get to the presenters because oh my gosh, the lineup here is
amazing.
It is amazing. So like you said, it's October 28th. People can join virtually, but they can also join in person. But there are limited seats.
Yes, it's turning out to be a very popular event. It's a hot ticket.
Yeah, yeah. So I just want to make sure I'm looking at my notes. So let's talk a little bit about the event speakers, because you've got a couple ladies that are going to be speaking, and then let's talk a little bit more in detail about the keynote speaker, because she is freaking amazing and wow. So
she is freaking amazing. Yes. So in each of those 4 focus areas for the Women's Fund, we tried to find folks that are leading the conversations in our region to help move the needle forward. So starting out the day, we have Debbie Durham, who is she is the executive director of Iowa Economic. She's the director of Iowa Economic Development Authority, and she's going to be talking about education for women and the role it plays in our workforce, and how we depend so much on women in the workforce, and from an education perspective, what is necessary. And then we have Dawn Oliver Wyant. She is the president and CEO of the Iowa Women's Foundation out of Cedar Rapids, and she's going to come in and talk about the crisis situation we have in our region regarding access to childcare. So literally just out of control. The demand for childcare far exceeds the availability. There's a wage disparity. So we're really trying to address those issues. And then we have an expert coming to speak about, we were hoping to get someone from Home Instead. So we're still working on the speaker there. We had a little bit of a scheduling issue, but we're working with Jenna Berg at Home Instead to schedule someone, get a really good dynamic speaker to talk about aging in place in our rural communities. And then finally, I mean, the cherry on the cake on the Sunday is Elizabeth Smart. Elizabeth Smart, who, national and international speaker, best-selling author, and she's going to talk about her experiences and how she now advocates for women that are women surviving violence, surviving sex trafficking, and just her very poignant and powerful story. So we could not be more excited about this inaugural event.
I know. And it starts at 8:00. It goes till 8:00 in the morning till 1:00.
That's right. Lunch, and breakfast and lunch provided.
And Elizabeth will be the lunch.
That's right. That's right.
Who should attend this event?
So I think that any woman that is interested, or anyone in general that is interested in helping us lift up women in our communities. So when we are focusing as a community, as a nation, on creating a culture of inclusivity and really addressing systemic inequities, we need to really have a conversation about women, because women are at the heart of helping. Not only they're at the heart and soul of that diversity and inclusion conversation, but we also feel that the issues that face women, and if we are able to raise women up, we know through research that communities benefit. All boats are raised when women, the quality of life for women and their families increases. So that is why anyone who feels that is an important conversation to have, anyone that has aging parents, anyone that feels that the lack of affordable quality childcare is an issue that we need to address, they need to attend.
Yeah, and also, I mean, like you said, women, I think just in general, who, if they don't have those issues in their life, but want to support women and be able to be that advocate, and also be able to be out there for them. I mean, this is, and just to be educated on these different topics. It's so important.
That's right. And so we even look at the folks that are the generous sponsors of this event. Tamara Bruno with Bruno Contracting. It's a woman-owned business. She's a national contractor that works with the defense industry. She works and, is making runways across the United States. This, she's a woman that is just so passionate about making sure that women are lifted up to be successful, because she knows that we have it in our DNA. We have it in our ability to, when we are successful and we can and really be that successful contributor to our society, that our communities thrive and they do better. So we want to, and it's a big road to hoe, it's a big conversation to have. But we're the little drops in the bucket, they are creating kind of ripples and waves of impact. And so we're excited about that.
Absolutely. And what I absolutely love and that you're doing with this event too, like we talked about earlier, is you can come live in person. I mean,
Yes.
there's a limit to how many people can actually be there live, but the online piece, the virtual piece where you can be anywhere in the world and
have this discussion
and be able to be a part of this. And
that's right.
That's COVID-19 and all the chaos that it has caused and can, continues to cause, and the challenges. I think that virtual piece is something that I'm so grateful for, that people we don't have to be there in person. I will be there in person.
You will be, because you'll be up on stage being the moderator. It's going to be exciting. You're going to be the MCs, the hostess with the mostest. Yeah. But and we are so grateful to you and your team at Metro Magazine for being our media sponsor for this event. We could not be more thrilled. We're grateful to Tamara, Bruno, and Bruno Contracting, US Bank, and Ameristar Casino. They've been our partner with this throughout the entire 18 months that it was on again, off again, on again. And now they are, they're our partners with this. And so, yes, we do have a limited availability right now because it's a hot ticket, but you're going to have a wonderful experience in the virtual realm. And that is our friends at Planet. Leslie Brand and her team, they are the ones that are facilitating that dynamic platform. So it is going to be a good show.
That's amazing. And I love Planet Inc.
They're fantastic.
They are great. So, all right. So let's talk a little bit about where people can go to find out more information.
That's right. Yes. So you can go directly to our website, www.ourpccf.org. It is right on the front page. Everything points to, and there's a big picture of Elizabeth Smart on there. And then also Metro Magazine, show them the cover.
So where did I do? Oh, yeah. So this issue just came out, and people are getting it in the mail right now. It's all about Forward Together. And I know we interviewed you, Donna, in our cover story, but the back page is, this is the event that you don't want to miss. And again, in person or virtual.
Yes.
Yeah, but pick up a copy and also, view it online at spiritofomaha.com.
That's right.
But I'm so excited for this. And I'm grateful to be able to be a part of it and to contribute to it, both with Metro Magazine and Midlands Business Journal. And it's just, this is important. This is really important for our community.
Well, Andy, you have been along my side the whole time we've been talking about this fund and the fact that we are going to have this event. You've been supportive from the very beginning. So I'm eternally and truly heartfelt grateful to you.
Likewise, my friend. Well, our time is up. And again, go to the website, which I know is at the bottom. It's rpccf.org. I'm looking at the website right now on my laptop. And
you have our PCCF.org.
PCCF.org. So buy your tickets, and we will see you all at the event on October 28th. Donna, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Andy. You have a wonderful day.
Yep, you too. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back, my friends. I'm here with Ramón Calzada. He is the executive director of the of the Centro Latina of Iowa. We're going to be talking about a festival coming up here at the end of the month. But Ramón, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you at metroTV.
So let's talk a little bit about your organization and who do you serve. So give us kind of the bullet points of your mission and who do you serve?
Yes, Centro Latinos being founded almost 20 years ago in 2002 here in Council Bluffs, mainly after they closed the dog tracks and all that land over there in Council Bluffs, and they brought some meatpacking companies. So a lot of the workers started moving to Southwest Iowa, and especially here in Council Bluffs. So the Latino population, immigrant population, especially from Omaha, started moving to this area 20 years ago. And kind of the center started as part of the health clinic, helping translating and interpreting to the clients. And then one thing led to another, became incorporated, and it became to a nonprofit in 2005. So we've been in operations since then, especially helping the immigrant community getting adjusted, integrated into the Iowan culture. And so we provide basically mainly social services, community outreach, and many other programs to help them get situated in this new land.
Yeah, I mean, that's so important. Gosh, that's so important for any community. But how large is the Latino population over in Council Bluffs in that area?
Well, like I told you, like 2002, when they started to move in after the meatpacking companies came to Council Bluffs, Conagra, they were around maybe 1%. Now we're 11%. 20 years later. So Council Bluffs is around 65,000 people. So we're around 11%. So 66,000, 7,000 people in here. So it's quite large.
Yeah. So one of the things that, one of the events that's coming up at the end of this month is the festival, the Latino Heritage Festival of Southwest Iowa. I just want to say last year, was it virtual last year or did you?
Yeah, we were last year virtually, yes.
Because I remember having this conversation and I mean, I think you did a great job just doing what so many nonprofits did, is just pivot and rather than cancel the event, have it virtually. But this year, people are getting together. And
this year changed the game, last year because of the pandemic, all the nonprofits. So we went virtually and we did a lot of promotional work for our Latino businesses emerging here. And this year, we're still, now with the situation coming back a little bit, but since it's an open space, we could do it at the park. So we decided to have it. We're going to have some health protocols like everybody else is doing. The 6 feet separation, and also washing hand stations, and also we'll be providing masks to families and make sure they group together, still the families together. But we decided to go ahead and have it. So it is on Saturday coming up, next week on September 25th from noon to 5. So Council Bluffs is a small town type feel, so we like to have a small little heritage cultural celebration, and mainly a family event and for children to have fun. So we're gonna have food, entertainment, you name it.
Yeah, that was my question. What can people expect? I mean, I think food is just such a huge part of your heritage and the community. And also, I think, there's dancing, or they're going to be able to, people can experience a lot of different things, correct?
So this year we're emphasizing our Iowans of Hispanic heritage. So we're having specifically certain groups coming. So we have like a local musical group from Council Bluffs. They have a children's band, so that would be a nice event to have them. We also have local food trucks, Spanish food, local food trucks. One of them is sponsored by the Kitchen Council. We have a relationship with Kitchen Council, also trying to develop the food business. So we're gonna feature them, the local food trucks, and basically a lot of activities for the children and the entertainment, the music, and also we have, the mayor comes, all the representatives come. They get to meet the Latino community. It's actually a mix of Council Bluffs community and the Latino community, get to know one another type thing and celebrate the heritage of these people that have moved here to Southwest Iowa.
Is there a cost to attend?
No, it's a free event.
Okay.
There's a cost to buy the food. Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, let's bring some cash to buy it, but we're supporting local food businesses.
Yes.
So you're supporting them. But no, it's at Bayless Park in downtown Council Bluffs.
Yeah.
And they have a stage there, so you'll see. We take over the whole park, and people are invited to come and participate and get to know. The main thing too, we also have a lot of booths, a lot of vendors from here for the community, but a lot of the nonprofits also support us. And this year we're going to have a lot of the businesses, large companies, also to have a little job fair. So we're having, as you know, a lot of people are looking for employment, but the employers are looking for employees. So that will be another day to come and find out what the big corporations are looking for.
Yeah.
Here in Southwest Iowa.
But this truly is a festival for anybody to come over and enjoy and just to experience the culture and again support the local businesses, the local restaurants. I'm sorry, this is my cat. I actually adopted her from the Midlands Humane Society in Council Bluffs, so she just made a quick appearance. She wanted to but it really is for anybody, and also just to find out what your organization is about and other nonprofits in the Council Bluffs area. And
we have also, the Omaha community celebrates their, celebration the weekend before, and we celebrate the weekend after, so we can share the festivities during the whole week. And so that's always, the whole metro area. And the reason why we do it in September is because this is the National Hispanic Heritage Month. It's a federal, initiative to celebrate the Latino culture all around the states. And that starts, September 15th all the way to October 15th. Okay. So that's why we have the celebrations festival all around the country. Usually we'll have them around this time. It's like the Hispanic Heritage Month for the country. So that's why we have, usually Omaha has their first and then we have our second.
Right. And then again, I'm looking at your website right now, which has got a lot of information on it. It's about you, the programs, the services you offer, how people can donate, to support you. And then there's a whole page about the festival. Again, coming up on the 25th of September, 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. and inviting everybody to come out and just celebrate.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun party, and it's family oriented, and great food, great entertainment, great people, and fun activities. So bring your children, your grandchildren, to the festival and get to know people from the different culture.
All right, Ramon, thank you so much. It's always great to see you, and looking forward to this event. And thank you for everything you do for Council Bluffs community, and just everyone in general. So I just really appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me again. And see you at the festival.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
All right, we will talk soon.